Welcome back, everyone. As I said, I was going to start Let's Playing this, and here I am, ready to Let's Play it. Probably going to be uploading this tomorrow. Today's Friday, so tomorrow's Saturday, just in case you know. But yeah, I'll be uploading this sometime soon, and here we are in Europe as Aquilia, and I changed the game a bit. I actually exited and restarted, changed some of the options. First thing I did was I switched off inflation. If you look in there, there's inflation, blah blah blah. We don't have inflation anymore at all. If you change the treasury, we're minting. That's supposed to change inflation. As the inflation is changed by negative 0.25 every year, and no matter what I do, it stays like that. And that's because inflation no longer exists. I've deleted it. There's options. You can have inflation there, no inflation, or inflation by gold. Inflation by gold, if 40% of your income is from gold mines, you get inflation. That's something. It's not really a big problem unless you start off as Aquilia, but I just didn't want to bother with inflation at all, so here we are. Yeah, the second thing I did was started off, change the game mode to easy. I might have had, 80, 90 hours experience with it. I'm still terrible at the game. Easy doesn't do too much, it just changes manpower, which is used for recruiting, and some limits like infamy limits you see up here, infamy limit modifier, the current ruler, and the easy difficulty. We'll go more into infamy later when it's actually relevant. And also, if you noticed, in economy, negative 0.25, that's because of the difficulty. Anyway, the first thing we're going to do here is we have a free advisor slot. These guys are very important, or quite valuable anyway. If we go back, we have 3 slots for advisors. Unfortunately, because we're such a small province and don't hold much importance, we don't really get very good people. We will get more later on as they start, migrating around and they come open for, because right now, until the 14th of October next year, only we can hire him, and he's actually alright. Land tech investment, that's for technology, for land warfare, that's pretty valuable, so we're gonna hire him since we have nobody else to hire, and he's pretty good. And second thing I'm gonna do, stability. This is the finance screen. This is kind of just a leadership screen. You see who your leader is and your advisors. Here's the economy screen. This is the court. Here's the economy screen. This is the Western technology, that's our tech tree. We're in the Western, and we're going to be researching into stability. Stability influences our income. The less stability we have, the more, we have like uprisings in the street and people hate us and they're like, I don't want to pay my taxes. The more stability, you have more efficient taxes and the likes. And that's very valuable, and because we're so small, we don't get much money, so we can't really hold a large army, which we're going to need. So I'm increasing stability now as a kind of short-term investment that's going to pay off quite well, and quite quickly as well. And if we hold over here, we'll actually see it'll be increased January, and it's currently October. So, And now we're going to change the sliders. Here's our policies. So we have things like how we kind of run our government, for instance. We have free trade. Are we more defensive or offensive? Do we focus more on land or navy? Is our army quality or quantity? Now I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this. We probably do want to go quality, since we're so small, but that's not important. Right now we want to focus on our economy, and we can change these, let's see, every 10.1 years, so gonna take a while, but centralization is very important. The problem is, we do this, obviously, decentralization, there's very, very little reason to go for that. That's kind of a bit crap. The only positive thing about decentralization is putting your policy slider towards it. You always get a good thing. Either stability increase, more local recruiting, you can see down there, there's a third. There's 3 options, each to the third. Here, we don't want to really risk that. I mean, there's a large revolt, we only have 2 regiments, that's a bad idea. So instead we're probably going to go for free trade. We're going to want that. This doesn't actually matter right now because we don't have any merchants outside. And speaking of merchants, we're going to send over 2 to Venezia. This is a centre of trade. We send merchants there. They compete. Blah blah blah. I'm actually going to put it on auto send. There's another centre of trade up here, Lubeck. We're going to send that on slightly less important since it's so far away. And also we have a new quest. Create an army for our nation. So if you look over the question mark, total army size at least 99% of the force limit. So build as huge an army as possible. Thankfully our support limit is only 7 and we have 2, so basically we just need 7. We need 7 regiments. I don't know. Need to stop thinking. However, that is probably a very good idea actually. So we're gonna recruit a regiment. We're gonna go for Latin knights here because we're gonna want knights. Well, cavalry is very useful, especially early on. So I'm gonna unpause and increase speed. And we have alliance offers already. Oh shit. Okay, alliance offers and blah 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 blah. Urbino, yes, we do want them. This is them. Actually, that may get us into a war with the Papal State there. But we do want allies, possibly Austria, maybe Milan instead. Hungary, actually, I think is probably a very wise decision. However, if we look here, offer alliance, impossible. So we're going to have to bribe them, and we do not have the money to do that. And we can't get into a royal marriage, which increases relations. And these three, Epirus and Achia, I don't know who the fuck they are, but and then Ragusa, they're all kind of minors. So chances are they're going to pull us into a war that we cannot win. I'll accept this for now and don't give a shit about these guys. Right, let's unpause. This game, obviously because it takes over, a course of 400 years, it's not that quick. Yeah. If we look up here, we can see our relations. For instance, the Papal State is 150. That is our... Yes, please. Oh, we're at war with the Papal State. Montenegro. Where the fuck's Montenegro? Sorry, I swear not. Mantua, Medina, blah blah blah. Sorry, the problem is they have a thing here, find province. I do not know if they actually have one for find nation. Yeah, I don't think there would be one called Montenegro, but, it's worth a shot. Not a clue who they are, going to decline it. If I knew who they were, that would be a better idea. As you can tell, my geography sucks, especially geography of the 1400s. We're not at war with the Papal State, despite the fact that Parma is. Thankfully, they haven't asked us to join. If they do, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We wouldn't actually be able to reach. Oh no, we would. Actually... we can go to war with the Papal State. We're going to do what? We're going to do that. We now have a casus belli, which means basically calls for war. Unfortunately, we are actually a theocracy. We have good relations. It's going to affect our stability. Romania is actually is a salt as a trade. Good population. And we do need to expand, and I can't really think of any other way, but pissing off the Pope is probably not a good idea. Especially with our stability. Ah, fuck it, we're going to go to war with the Pope. Just get those guys on the ship as soon as possible. Actually, who are they allied with them? And a call to arms anyway. Goodbye, stability. Hello, Romania. We only have 2 regiments, unfortunately, but that should be enough. Actually, can we... No, we can't give them a leader. Probably should have given them a leader beforehand. Stability increase, so we got that back straight away, but it would be at number 2 anyway. Can I send those cavalry off onto that boat? Oh fuck, we're being attacked. Thankfully on the defensive, probably should have thought of that, but... Oh no wait, that's the military that was just recruited there. They tend to be, when you're besieging, because that's what we're doing right now, we're at war, we're sieging their fort. As it can hold out for years because they have food, they have water. They actually have a fort level 2, so they have 2,000 troops there. But Papal State is actually messing stuff up for Siena. Oh no, that's Milan. Siena doesn't exist apparently. Huh. What year is it? This is the beginning of the game. Oh well. As you can see, some nations are actually made of different sovereigns, especially France. If you notice here, like Champagne, why the fuck am I saying that? Champagne, that considered to be one of its core provinces. The fact is, Champagne doesn't exist right now. But if you go to war with France and really mess stuff up for them, then that will become, you know, and you, like, say, hey, we won the war, we want you to release Champagne. They can actually create the nation Champagne and then France. So France can be a bit delicate. Or rather fragile. It's more of a glass cannon, I suppose, of nations. Oh god, that's an RPG term. Nobody has a core in any of us. That's good. But yes, words. There's the Pope's Navy. Actually, let's see. Who is the Pope? The Pope is Bonifacius the Fourth. So, and there he is leading that army. Yes, you can actually convert your ruler into a leader, a general. See, not a good decision, I don't think. Really, it endangers them unless it's a shit leader, in which case you don't want to do that. Let's see. Are we at war with just the Pope? Yes. Who's Milan at war with? Just the Pope. Good. Nice. Normally Italy has got quite a web of guarantees. You know, the Pope will be allied with one person and they have a guarantee to protect one other person and all that sort of stuff. And shit. This is an event. We have two choices. One, we lose money invested in naval technology. We don't actually have that much. We have very little invested. Though I'd still rather not lose it. The other option is to lose stability. They just want us. No, fuck off. We're just going to lose that naval technology. Our navy may be quite important considering we're on the coast of the Mediterranean, but it's only 160. What can go wrong, eh? I'm going to roll that. I see the siege going quite slowly, blah blah blah. Oh, those are our troops. They do. Oh my god, never mind. They only have a level 1 fort. I just had 2,000 infantry there. I'm an idiot. And 2,000 cavalry. I could assault, but that only uses infantry and wouldn't be worth it. We don't have a good enough leader for that. If you look at diplomacy, we can see nobody's. This is us. There's Milan, our ally. Romagna and Roma are both coloured, you know, the Papal State. They're kind of separated between Ancona, which is owned by Urbino, and they tend to attack Urbino quite early on. Hungary's sending troops off to do things. Don't really want to know. Hungary might hurt me. But yeah. Austria's doing stuff. Allied with Poland, Switzerland and Trier. Can we get an alliance? No. Can we get an alliance here? No. We might want one with Venice. No. Right, so we're surrounded by bad people who are historically quite powerful figures. And none of us want to make alliances with us. Thankfully Venice quite likes us. Today was actually, I read up a bit on the history of Aquileia, and there was, you know, Venice was, that's actually why Aquileia, the city at least, can't see it here. You see the name of the city. It doesn't seem to show, but the city at least was made as a kind of buffer between Venice, or rather Venezia. Venice didn't begin. Oh, actually Venice was, I think, maybe, I don't know what I'm talking about. I read it up on Wikipedia, it's probably wrong. Don't like the look of this. We kind of need more troops, so we're going to build some, oh, we can't build anymore, we have run out of manpower. But we needed a bit more infantry, because you can see there's 5 regiments here, and Milan have all their, what the fuck? They're only at war with the Papal State, and their entire army is at the furthest possible way from the Papal State as possible. Or is it the Papal State? I'm not too sure. Great. they have 15 regiments buggering off. But that does kind of, you know, leave Romania for us. Problem is, we're part of an alliance, they are the greater power, they kind of have control. If they say, you know, we want peace, they're talking for their entire alliance, and the Pope is talking for their entire alliance. So, if he says, hey, we want white peace, where nobody gets anything, we're kind of going to lose out, even though we might have, you know, won Romania. Though I'm not too sure how we're going to be able to get Rome, unless we get a leader. And we don't have enough money for a leader unless we convert our ruler. Let's have a look at our ruler, see if he's any good. 6 administration, 4 diplomacy, and only 2 of that is from the... because we're part of the Holy Roman Empire, we get a +2. And the military is quite low as well. Stability 3, that's good. Get a bit of money into the treasury. That's a bit... that should increase on our cash. And what technology? I'll blow it. Naval to a minimum, and that'll go into government. Increase government a bit, because government technology is good. We need an idea which influences things. I'll get to that. And I was saying something earlier, and I forgot it. But yes, this is the assault. We could assault, that only uses infantry. Cavalry wouldn't be included, so that's a bad idea. Going quite slowly. And we only have 1 merchant here in Venice, or Venezia. We have quite a low compete chances as well, which is a shame. That's influenced by... oh shit, peace has been thinged. Yeah, our prestige and infamy influence it. The higher our prestige, the more compete chance we have in markets, and the more infamy, the less compete chance. But Romania is now at 13% because they've lost their water. Unfortunately, Siena, I don't know where the Pope's going to go from there, because if they go over to Romania, though they might not be able to reach Romania, because Firenze and Urbino are in the way. Let's see. Let's have a look at their relations. They're allied with Sardinia. Sardinia's done fuck all to help. They have a conquest casus belli, alliance casus belli. Not too sure how to pronounce it. Warned by Tuscany, so they're obviously not on good terms with Tuscany. If they're at war with Tuscany, they could march through there and get to Romania. But as it stands, we may be able to just besiege it and hold it. Yeah, they have no relations with these two other than that warning, so they can't actually reach us unless by fleet, which could only send over 2 regiments at a time, and it's just disappeared as well. I didn't see how big it was, and I don't want to send out my fleet to a blockade, if you will, the Gulf of Venice, because they'll just get demolished. And you see, very, very small fleet, only 3 galleys, and oh, there it was, just for a second, lost it. Yeah, they've got Siena and Pisa. You can see diplomacy view, the stripes, they're occupied by the Papal State. And, yep, here's the Pope. Same no, the Navy's larger. Oh shit, they're marching on Styria. Fuck. Right, this is a bit of a problem. Right, what we're going to do, we're going to leave 1 infantry behind. Let's see what they made of. They're made of 2 infantry, and split in half. We send 1 cavalry, 1 infantry over. Oh, we have a peace offer from the Papal State, and they're like, hey, stop doing shit, and I'm like, no. We can win this. Ah, you see, Milan's landed now, so they're fighting. That should give me a chance to slip in, possibly, once we get rid of this. Because now that his army's smaller, we may be able to do stuff. Milan's obviously doing the same thing, ferrying their ships. But they're at sea navy battles. Send them over to Gauls, because that's closer to the besieged Provence. And yeah, maybe not, they got wiped out. They lost only a few men as well. So yeah, they have 3 regiments, 1 of cavalry, 2 of whatever the other one is. There we go, we now nearly outnumber them. And, yeah, they have now 5 regiments. The Pope has a big army. That's a bit of a problem. Right, we're gonna have to do this. They don't have a... no, they do have a ruler. A leader, rather. So, convert general. He's... good luck, Antonio the First. Oh, yeah. Stop. I forgot to get that cavalry away. My bad. Thank God. As you can see, Romania, where 88% the walls have been breached. That's what that little thing means. So they're kind of out of food, out of water. They're getting kind of fed up. Here, there's only a food shortage. It's still not good, but we should be able to break the siege. At least, hopefully, break their morale. Yeah, their morale's way down, but they're getting good rolls. And oh God, maybe we should have gone from Crane. We crossed the river, and the terrain is not good. But they're leaving for Crane. We're gonna get there 2 days later. However, we still heavily outnumber them. We only took a few casualties, but so did they, and we just wiped them out. So. Right, so we broke the siege. Send over the 2 cavalry. Wait, do the cavalry have a leader? Yes, no, they don't. And we will give the cavalry the leader, send them over to Romania. Should probably send over the infantry. Ah, fuck it. So we have half our army, you know, over in Italy. The other half is with us, which isn't quite Italy, but it kind of is. I don't know. I don't think it really is Italy. And we don't want our navy getting messed up again, so we're just gonna get those guys grouped up. Send the navy away so they can fight, and his navy's gone again. Maybe it was destroyed, I'm not too sure. Parma doesn't really have... oh, we have won the siege of Romagna. And because of our alliance with Urbino... aha! Yeah, there's a Pope, actually. Yeah, we're going to stay here just to see where they go. Aha! They're attacking us in Romagna. We... don't know what they're attacking us. We outnumber them. Don't know if we outlead them. We can't really see their army at the moment. Let's have a look. Yeah, they have... they're attacking. 2 regiments of infantry. We have 2 of cavalry and 1 of infantry, so we should be able to win that. Their morale is dropping low. We're getting good rolls, or at least we were until we fall at 0. But because of our cavalry, they have a shock bonus, and shock is very important, especially early on. And they have nowhere they can go. So, we're going to send all our army down to Rome. And you know what they say, when in Rome, kill the Pope. This is exactly as I linked in the introduction. Oh, yes, that's exactly what we wanted. So we're gonna accept that, and now we own Romagna. And I think we're gonna keep that military there. We're gonna move the leader, but we have already gained, ladies and gentlemen, our first province, and we're starting to cut into Italy. Maybe a bit of a bad idea. The Pope now hates us, and we're a theocracy, and that's something to do with religion, and the Pope's something to do with religion, so that's a bad thing. But we're no longer at war. We have a free advisor slot, and oh, a lot more advisors as well. The year's changed. So we're going to have a little look down here at who we can grab. Mostly kind of the poor ones are left behind, especially artists. They are always just there, everywhere. But nobody particularly interesting. We'll keep an eye on this. But I think that's pretty good, and I'm going to cut the recording here and get back to it very shortly. But I'm going to cut it here. So